President Biden is heading to Connecticut again. He is due to be in Hartford and Stores this afternoon.
And as the capital city prepares, Fox 61's Keith McGilvery is talking with Hartford's Mayor Luke Bronin at Bushnell Park this morning. Keith, good morning to you.
Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Tim. Good morning to folks at home. Yes, and new on Fox 61 this half hour, Mayor Luke Bronin joining us from the capital city of Hartford. Mr. Mayor, such a busy day for this city. Logistically, what's going on here? You're going to head to the airport.
I will. Look, first of all, I'm grateful to our whole team that's been getting ready for this. Our police, our fire, our DPW. Obviously, it's a logistical, complicated logistical operation to welcome the President of the United States, and they've been working closely with the Secret Service and with the state. But look, as a city, we're incredibly proud and thrilled to welcome the President here this morning to talk about what we've been doing here in Hartford and to highlight what his Build Back Better agenda would mean for our city, for our state, and for the country.
That plan has hit significant pushback in Washington, even from some members of his own party, as he faces approval ratings that are the lowest of his presidency. Where's the disconnect here? What's happening?
Look, I think what's important to remember is that plan is overwhelmingly popular among the American people. When you talk about affordable child care options and access to community college and paid family and medical leave, and making the child tax credit permanent, that's something an overwhelming number of Americans support because it would lift up families across this country, open up pathways to opportunity, make sure that we keep our middle class strong. So, I hope that everybody in Washington, whatever party they're a part of, remembers that at the end of the day, this is something that would make a huge difference to the American people and gets it done.
Key to your position as mayor is overseeing finances. Some critics say we simply can't afford it, no matter how good of an idea it is. What do you say to that front?
The president's plan is paid for. It's paid for by making sure that the wealthiest Americans and corporations are paying a fairer share. It doesn't raise taxes at all on any families making less than $400,000. So I think it's done responsibly. But again, we have to invest in our infrastructure, and that's why there's a huge infrastructure bill that hopefully will pass through. But we also have to invest in our people and in the next generation. And if we want to be competitive in the 21st century, this is something we got to do.
Talk as a dad to other parents, be it here in Hartford, New Haven, New London, so many of our communities, when it comes to that child care. You're going to be at this Capital Child Development Center later on this morning. What is the need? How bad is it here in our city?
Well, look, statewide, the average child care cost for family in Connecticut is, I think, $16,000. Just think about that. I mean, that's extraordinary. And for a lot of families, that just doesn't work. And what that means is that members of the family can't work because they've got to be home taking care of that child. So for a lot of families, having access to affordable child care would be a game changer. The other piece is to remember that when it's done right, as it is where the president's visiting today, it's not babysitting. We're talking about critical early learning opportunities that help put a child on the right path from the start. And that's a really important part of child development and, again, setting up the next generation for success.
Rare to have a presidential visit. We will now have two in just a matter of a couple of months. We don't know how much of the president's ear you'll get this morning. If you get to talk to him, is there something on your wish list for this city? We have seen crime challenges on that front over the last couple of months. I know that's something that you're trying to take on. What tops your list?
Well, we've been able to use some of the resources that are available in the American Rescue Plan to invest in some of the community partnerships that are key to tackling the challenge of gun violence, for example. I'd love to talk with him about how we're using those resources and make sure that he sees on the ground how much of a difference that American Rescue Plan has made in so many different ways, from helping our young people re-engage and recover and heal from this pandemic to building a stronger foundation for economic development in the city. So I'd love to talk with him about that. But I also I believe strongly that these two prongs of the Build Back Better agenda, infrastructure, after decades of not investing in infrastructure, America's got to invest in infrastructure, and we've got to make sure that we are making success possible for American families. So I'll encourage him to stay the course, and I hope that sooner than later we'll be able to say that those bills both passed.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we always appreciate your time this morning. I know you'll be heading to the airport and then to the Child Care Center in Hartford. Hartford. Feel free to send us some pictures. The Near Me feature on the Fox 61 app, you can do it. We're going to head back on over to Capitol Avenue to check on things there. But for now, live in a beautiful Bushnell Park. This place is looking great. I'm Keith McGilvery, Fox 61 News.